YouTube, babies. We're back to that bullshit.
Boo.
So how's it going though, buddy?
Uh, Pretty good, in the realm of sports, Giannis is probably coming back tonight. I
Hell yeah.
think the Penguins had a shutout last night. Sunday is the first F1 race of the season. We got fucking tennis all week long. It's a good sports week for old
Nice.
Jake.
I need to this has been kind of a shitty sports year for old Casey because the Pacers have been really bad and I don't really watch other sports.
You should though,
I mean, I want to watch hockey, but it's just hard to watch hockey and basketball at the same time.
because they're on at the same time.
Yeah. And now though, it's one of those things where I could watch hockey easier than I ever could before because I could upgrade my HBO Max and watch hockey. And that'd be all I'd have to do. I'm like, I could do that. Maybe next year when it's on Black Friday again, because that's how I got my HBO Max this time for like $2 a month.
That's not bad at all. I
Yeah.
wonder, do you know what the upgrade is? Like the cost?
It's well, like that's the big problem because I've looked at it and I think it's gonna be like $16 because
Hmm.
yeah, because if I had just upgraded whenever I was buying the other one initially, I could have just got that probably for $8, something like that. But I was like, oh, let's get the cheapest one so I can watch Godzilla and other random shit. And then I didn't think about I thought the hockey was part of it, but it's like no, I have to upgrade the next level.
There's your problem. Assuming that something is part of it.
Well, it's like because I can watch AEW on this one live, so I was just assuming I could watch hockey live because that makes sense. But
Is that
no,
the one that's on Wednesday nights?
yeah,
Okay. John always talks about it with some customers.
yeah,
Like, oh my God, who's gonna be in the box? And John was like, it's gonna be Danhausen. And I think it was
it
Danhausen.
was Danhausen. But Jacob, that's actually WWE. Danhausen was in AEW, and now he's gone.
I don't care.
I mean, I'll be honest. That seems like just I didn't watch it because I got they're on ESPN now for their stream for their PLEs or whatever, so I don't watch that shit. But I think the whole crowd in Chicago was also like, we don't give a shit about Danhausen.
He's not a popular one.
I mean, he's one of those ones where he has a very niche crowd, and I don't think that crowd was at the fucking show.
I gotta look up if this is, yeah, he's the guy with the face paint.
Yeah.
Hmm. No, whatever. Good for
Yeah, I
him, I
mean,
guess.
he's getting paid. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I guess he was the I didn't know this, but I guess he did this, and then since he was working with Sting at the time, Sting found out, and he got Sting to do it too. He copyrighted his face paint, so people couldn't make masks and shit without him getting money for it. And Sting's like, "That's a good fucking idea. How'd you do it?" And he's like, "Oh, here," and he helped him figure out how to do it.
Hey, gotta get your bag while you
Hell
can.
yeah,
Speaking of like, stuff packaged with stuff, uh, my family has the, Disney, Hulu, ESPN. I think that's just pretty much everyone does. If you have one of those, you've got all of them at this
old
point.
Casey.
Yeah,
I
but
just
you,
have Hulu. I just have Hulu.
okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that was another Black Friday deal because I was like, I'm not gonna get Hulu again, but I knew Shorzy was coming back, and I was like, oh, Black Friday, $5 a month for Hulu. I don't mind if I do.
yeah, I need to finish it. I think I got one or two left. They got the team together and played that practice match.
Yeah,
So I think I have one or two left. But anyway, the point was whenever I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can throw on Sports Center in the morning because I used to like watching that whenever this was like way back when I still lived in town. My grandparents had a Bowflex machine up on their like raised porch in their house. So I would always watch Sports Center while I worked out there in the mornings.
Nice.
And it kind of took me back to that because I like watching the top 10, but not top 10. That stuff's like really good in my
Yeah.
opinion. So
I
anyway,
always I always like listening to ESPN radio, but and except when Dan Levitard would be on. Can't stand that fucking guy, but I think he's off of ESPN for good now, which I'm like,
I don't know
thank
who that
God.
is.
He's just real fucking stupid. And this is coming from someone who listened to a lot of fucking Stephen A. Smith, and I'm like, this guy is just Dan Levitarded, if you ask me. I always say that to myself in the tractor, so I'm like, I gotta get it out here.
Okay. What a joke. Thank you.
Ah.
So anyway,
Yeah, I
shall
had
we?
it. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say I had a story, but I don't fucking remember it because I've been at the tire place. Yeah, this is a thing. So I will complain about this to you. So I was at the tire place today because if you remember, I got new tires back in December, early part of December, and 700 plus dollars for new tires. But I was like, you know what? It's getting to the point where like it's gonna have to be done. Might as well do it now so I don't get a fucking blowout. A couple days ago, I went to the dealership because I still have free oil changes. When I got my car, they're like, you get 6 free oil changes. This time, they're like, oh yeah, you're on your last one. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. I
It
only get
can't be.
Yeah. And then they're like, no, no, it's not 6, it's 3. We changed it. I'm like, that's kind of fucking shitty, but whatever. But they were like, yeah, your car needs aligned and you need new tires. I'm like, I gave them this look like, the fuck? No way I need new tires because I just got them in December. So I didn't really think, I mean, I was pissed, but I didn't think much of it. I was like, well, when I get to mom and dad's the next day, I'll just check them out and have dad look at them too, because he knows things too. And so I get there, I tell them about me, and as we're about to go to the farm, me and dad both look at him. Sure enough, I need new fucking tires.
Dang.
Yeah, so I went there today. I waited around for 3 hours, and then I'm getting like basically each tire is gonna be about like 35 bucks now because it's the manufacturer warranty and shit. Since I've driven so many miles or whatever, I have to pay like I mean I have to pay like 100 and some dollars get all 4 new tires, which I'm just like sons of bitches. But they were also like, oh, it doesn't need aligned. But I'm like, I don't fucking trust you guys. You took 3 hours to do this. I'm gonna take it to Neil Tire and have them check it out and see what happens. Hope they tighten up
Have
the lug
Robert do
nuts. Yeah.
it.
Like I would trust him. There's some of those guys there where I'm like, do you have trouble like remembering to breathe?
The
But
answer
still,
is yes.
that's still better than the Bell Tire people, apparently.
All right. On to the regular episode. Oh, wait, we don't have an opener. What am I talking about?
Ah,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds Podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the JD to my Turk. It's Casey. What's up, dude?
nothing much, man. What's up with you? Have you seen the new episodes yet? Because I know how big of a Scrubs head you were.
I haven't seen the old
Oh,
episodes yet.
man, there's an episode with Brandon Fraser that make you fucking cry.
Why?
Spoiler alert for a fucking 20-year-old episode of Scrubs. He's dead.
Oh, like the whole time and we don't know it?
So yeah, basically, so like the first episode he shows up in, he's Dr. Cox's brother-in-law. They're best friends. Super cool character. You instantly love him because it's also played by Brandon Fraser. So you're like, yeah, of course I love this guy. He's also fucking weird, cool. And it ends though with him like because he had leukemia, and then it ends with, shit, your leukemia is back, and he's like, that sucks. And then he comes back in this episode And it's like, oh, he's beat it, he's doing good. But then like there's a part in it where they get this test results and they're looking and like as you're watching, like, because he's here, next to Dr. Cox the whole time. And it's like, this can't be right. And like Dr. Cox is mad because his patient's died. And you think it's this other patient that they see. But then throughout the whole thing, like he's being an extra big dick to JD and stuff. And throughout the whole thing, though, like basically Brandon Fraser's character is like, hey, just he's talking to him and stuff. And then like at the very end, they're at the it's good building up to like Dr. Cox's son's birthday. And then like he's talking to him. He's like, "Hey, why didn't you bring your camera?" And then like it just cuts to JD walking up. He's like, "Camera? Where do you think we are?" And he's like, he looks and like sees JD's in a suit, he's in a suit, and then Brendan Fraser's character is gone, and it's at their funeral, and you're like, oh. And like then when you rewatch it, you're like, "Oh, that's when he died." Okay, it's a really good episode.
It sounds like it.
Highly
But
recommend Scrubs watch, guys.
no thanks. That's a Casey only spinoff.
Hey guys, let us know down below. You want Jake to watch every episode of Scrubs?
If this video gets 10 likes from definitely not bots. Anyway, let's talk some news, man.
Yeah, man.
You go
We don't.
first.
I mean, I do have a piece of news I didn't write down that we can talk
Okay,
about because
sure.
it's a big deal though. But so I figured we'd finish
Oh, well, then
on
let's
it.
save it.
Yeah, like treat it like our
Phrasing,
faces and
phrasing.
finish on it.
Oh my God. Okay.
Let us know
I,
down below, guys. What do you want us to finish on?
okay. I apologize for him, everybody. He had to spend 3 hours in a tire shop today and he's extra squirrely.
Boy, dude, I was getting fucking heated because it was like they had like a wall that says your name. Like I get there at 3:30 and they had a thing that's like, oh yeah, Casey, we don't have a text scheduled for him yet. He'll leave here at 5:40. I'm like, Lord. It gets to 6 o'clock, and I'm like, it's now saying like 7 o'clock. Casey will leave. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh,
So I finally just got up and I walked over, like, what's going on? Like, I need to, because I see you guys finally moved my car in and you moved it back out. So I want to know what's going on. They're like, oh, we're just filling out the paperwork for your thing. I'm like, okay. And then they're like, do you want us to do it today? I'm like, no, I've been here too long.
how much longer do you think it would have taken?
Only another 3 fucking hours. That place, they work so slow there. Because that day
Why do
I
you keep
took it
going?
in. I only wanted to go the one after the one time I was gonna be done, but I was like, I paid for these tires. They have to be the ones that fix this fuck up because there's no need for, 3-month-old tires to be fucking like as smooth as my pubes. Like that just shouldn't be a thing.
All right. Viewership is going to plummet after this episode. All
Well, good
right.
thing we're also an audio podcast. Am I right, fellas? Let us know down below. Am I right?
Shut the fuck up, please. All right. Anyway, some news.
Am I right, cast? That's what it's gonna be called.
Yeah,
If I was making the names.
that is a good one. If I remember to name it that, I will, but I won't. Okay. So, you know how we were talking about things nobody wanted or asked for?
Yeah.
We're getting a Shala Ball Silver Surfer one shot this June. Don't know the
Is that
creative
gonna be
team. It's going to,
like
hmm?
is she gonna be Silver Surfer like in the movie? Is that why they're doing it?
I, I don't know. It's
Okay.
going to expand the Silver Surfer mythos, and the comic ties into the MCU's first steps. So there you go.
Mm,
That's the point of it.
okay.
Um, oh, here is a creative team. It's Dan Slott and Mark Buckingham because Dan Slott just can't get away from Silver Surfer.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Phil Noto is going to do the cover. So, yeah.
You gonna be
We'll
checking it
see.
out, man?
No, sir.
Oh,
No, sir. How about you?
no. I mean, if we get enough people saying, I really want to hear about this Charlotte Ball comic from the Two Worlds Boys, I'll be like, sure, why not?
Got to give the people what they want.
Yep. If Dan Slott wants to come on here and pitch it to us, I'll be busy that day, but Jake will be here.
There you go, Dan. Open invitation. Okay. So Imperial happened not that long ago, the Marvel Cosmic Event. And apparently, Marvel's not happy with the success of it. So all of the spin-offs that were happening, um, because all of them got a one shot and then was going to lead to a mini series. That was Nova, She-Hulk, Exiles, a couple other things. Exiles just got the one shot, never even got the start of the spinoff. Marvel is cutting all the other ones down to 5 or 6 issues. They're not letting the writers finish out the 10 issues that they were actually contracted to write for them. So,
That's a dang shame though, because I've been enjoying She-Hulk for the most part, and I really like Nova. So
mhm, agreed. I like She-Hulk, sure. We kind of figured from the get-go that was going to be a limited series, but Nova, that thing could keep going. That didn't need to stop
yeah,
at 10.
yeah, like the She-Hulk one, like you said, it kind of has to be a limited series because you don't want like no one wants She-Hulk just on a gladiator planet for forever. Like part of the thing that makes her most fun is her lawyering stuff.
Hmm.
Unless she starts a law practice on that planet. Well, Marvel, keep it going.
And if Jack of Hearts dies.
That's just for Jake.
JK, I'm just playing into the bit at this point. So anyway, yeah, I think that sucks though. Stephanie Phillips was talking about it on some kind of interview, and she was being very diplomatic about it, but it was very clear that none of the writers knew that this was coming. They all thought they were going to get 10 issues, and now they're kind of scrambling to wrap up this series of ideas in one more issue.
Respectfully though, Stephanie, you should have talked about that on this podcast instead of some random interview.
I know. Come on,
Whatever
Stephanie.
though.
Be
I
better.
know you're listening.
And Jed, please come on. Please come on the show. We love you so
Yeah.
much. I Your Moon Knight is the best Moon Knight ever, please. All right. And then my last bit of news. Have you heard about all the Firefly stuff?
No.
Okay. So Nathan Fillion has been dropping some hints that something Firefly related is in the works. He has he there's been like maybe Instagram reels or something showing him talking to some of the original cast members, and they just keep teasing some secret new project. But Nathan insists that it's not a reunion related to like crossovers, podcaster convention ideas. So far, Alan, Morena, Gina, Sean, and Summer have all said, yeah, we're on board for this. So no one really knows, but they claim that an announcement is coming soon.
Man, it's one of those things where it's like, man, I wonder how it's gonna work because Joss Whedon's kind of, not well liked right now. And
Hmm.
that's kind of his thing. So I don't know how.
It's true. But I'm not gonna lie, I would not be able to not watch whatever that is.
Yeah.
So what about you, man? You checking it out if it happens?
I might. It would probably just depend on how it looks because there's at times it's like when you get the old band back together, you're like, whew, maybe it should have stayed how it was because it's been a long time, you know? It
True.
might be kind of upsetting at this point.
It might be, but man, there's still potential
Yeah,
for that to live on in some capacity, even if it's just like a special of some kind, like a
yeah,
45-minute special maybe.
yeah.
Anyway, I
Listen
just
down
thought
below,
that was
guys.
worth talking about is all.
Yeah, let us know down below. You want some more Fireflies? What's that? How's that song go? From it would have been like the early 2010s. It's like Fireflies. If there's like a 10,000
No,
Fireflies.
I hate that song. I
What if
refuse
there's like
to.
10,000 Firefly episodes?
That'd be great.
I saw this meme where it was like me if there was 10,000 Fireflies or whatever that fucking song goes. They were playing that song. It's Tim Robinson though. He's like, it
Yeah,
killed
for
me.
real.
Um, so yeah, I don't have the notes up. That's all your news.
Yeah, it
All
is.
right. So time to finish. We did you hear about the Paramount and Warner Brothers related stuff?
I hear that a deal is like nearly complete or something like that.
So basically, Paramount made another deal, or yeah, it goes like, I think Mark, I like it was a stupid one, really high cost, lots of money, and they Netflix is like, we're not doing that, and so they backed out. So now it's going to be a Paramount Warner Brothers merger, but the thing is, David Zaslav or whatever, the head of Warner Brothers, is like, I'm gonna be honest. He said this like in a recorded, wasn't supposed to be recorded thing with shareholders. He's like, odds are this isn't gonna happen because the different commissions and stuff won't let it happen, or they won't even be able to get the money together because Paramount is losing a lot of money. But no matter what, we're going to stay working, and we'll probably get $7 billion from it because that's part of the deal. Is if Paramount's not able to get the money, they still have to pay them $7 billion out of like the 110 billion that they were going to give them. So, and it's like Paramount's like, yeah, so they have I think three investors on top of their other stuff, but like one of the investors it couldn't get the money anyway. So it's like they still need to find that third like that they need to find the actual money to do it. And if they're able to, then California is already preparing to try to get lawyers set up so that they can block this merger from happening because it would really hurt the movie, business regardless because it's a fucking monopoly, it's close to monopoly and all that. But yeah, it's a hell of a thing. We'll see if it actually happens.
It is a hell of a thing. So Netflix could still end up doing it then.
So the way it sounds to me is they've just backed out. They're kind of like that's how it sounded. I could be wrong, but it sounds like after that they're like Netflix is like this drama's too much for us guys. Maybe Warner Brothers call us when you get your shit together. And Warner
Hmm.
Brothers is Warner Brothers is the hot girl. It's like the stable boyfriend was Netflix, but then Paramount's the hot one that's also kind of crazy. And they're like, I don't know what to do, but it's gonna end up with them being alone, getting a cat.
Well, it happens.
Mhm. We've all been there.
What you got there, bud? Little Dr. Pepper?
Oh no, a little bit of A&W.
Oh, okay.
Owned by the same parent company though.
Which is,
I think it's A&W and Fanta. They own, or I think Fanta's the main one, and Dr. Pepper and Fanta are together. Maybe it's like
don't you?
combined.
Wanta?
Did you know Fanta is a Nazi drink?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
dude. So this is a thing I heard on Instagram, so it's got to be real. The Basically, whenever World War II was starting up, we were like, no more Coca-Cola for you, Hitler. And Hitler's like, nine! And so he's like, scientists, make me my own Coca-Cola. And they're like, you want a Fanta? Fanta? He's like, yes!
Dang, that's crazy. I did not
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. So, you did not see that coming. Am I right? I
Ah,
just think it's got to be terrible, though, to be like, man, I could really use a Coke. And then you get a fucking orange soda.
right.
Like,
Yeah. You know what
one
sounds
time,
good though?
what?
I really like a grape soda. If I'm like, I haven't had one in I don't know how long, but
Yeah.
like, that's some tasty stuff.
There's some that's really good out there. I used to get like the fancy sodas at like the liquor stores. Those are really fucking cool. And they had a one that was a Concord grape soda, and it was really really good.
It sounds good.
Yeah. What'd you
Maybe,
read? Oh,
maybe next time we hang out, we get a couple of grape sodas.
did a couple grape pops and our heart-shaped pizza.
That's right.
This
Anyway,
this is what I'm gonna do. What I want you to do. I'll bring the wings. You just get a regular pizza, but then like chew and make it
yeah,
into a heart
I will.
since it's past V-Day.
I will do that.
Perfect. What'd you read this week though, bud?
I read Peril of the Brutal Dark #1, Infernal Hulk #4, Superman #35, Absolute Wonder Woman 17, The Mortal Thor #7, and Sorcerer Supreme #3.
My old Casey read a little bit more than you this week. So I read Godzilla or Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2 issue 7. Ooh, excuse
Is
me,
that
issue
shit
7.
just is it because it was that fucking bad?
I mean, it wasn't good, but it wasn't like
It's
terrible. It's
over,
just
right?
I hope so. Uh, and then I read Iron Man 2. Then I read The Amazing Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral, part 1 of 9. And I forgot to get part 2 of 9 this last week because I didn't know, because its next one is Spider-Man. I didn't know how that, the release worked until after I finished reading this. So I'm gonna have to hopefully remember to get that. Who cares? Hulk Smashes Everything, issue 3.
Sorry,
The,
continue.
The Flash, issue 30. Green Lantern, issue 32. Justice League Unlimited, issue 16. Superman, 35. The Peril of Brutal Dark. An Ezra Kane Mystery, issue 1. And The Infernal Hulk, issue 4. So I will start with Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong 2. Issue 7. This is by where is it? Brian Bruchelato, I know, and then Christian Ducey on the art. It's over. Yeah, we get King Ghidorah and the other Titans fighting Martian Manhunter as a dragon, which you'd probably enjoy seeing old Manhunter dragon.
Yeah, pretty
It's
cool.
just it's just one of those things where it's like the whole point of these things is you have to get cool fan service, and we really don't get cool fan service. I've been complaining about that from the start, and we just don't get really hardly any of that. It's all just kind of whatever. I will say this though, long ago, you and me were doing battles and we had King Ghidorah versus Better Ray Bill. After reading this, if we're taking this canon into consideration, Ghidorah stomps. Just straight up. Like he's taking on these like giganticized Wonder Woman, Superman, and Supergirl all at the same time while also fighting other kaiju. It's like, yeah, he just takes them. Takes them old pound town, as the kids say.
I don't think they do, but go
Yeah,
on.
like because like when you're losing a fight, you're getting taken to Pound Town, right?
What do you rate it, man?
But no, it ends with them, the Godzilla winning, and then then like all of the all of the superheroes along with Shima all have to fucking bow down to Godzilla and King Kong and Moth and there's like I think Mothra's bowing down too. I'm like so silly. And then, yeah, it ends with them being like, "Hey, we gotta take you in, Shark and fucking Harley Quinn." And they're like, "Oh man." So I'm gonna go like a 4.5. I don't want this collected. I hope I never have to read it again.
But doesn't the last page say like the end question mark?
Oh, I don't know.
'Cause
We'll
I
find out.
feel like they're setting it
Oh,
up for
it
another one.
is. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they're like, at least one person bought it. We gotta keep going.
I want to know what Brian Buccellato has on Jim Lee.
I don't know.
It shouldn't be a thing. It fucking
Ah,
sucked. Nobody
It's
enjoys it. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
it's
one person talk good about this book.
yeah, it's just not much fun. I'll just say that.
I'm
I'll
way more excited for the Sonic Godzilla crossover.
Well, I mean, I think a big part of that's just because it's gonna be fucking IDW instead of DC. Like they get fan service. I've seen the Sonic superhero toys. But and then I'll go with Iron Man issue 2 by Josh Williamson and Carmen Carnero on the art. Yeah, it's kind of like more of the Iron Man mask relationship. We kind of see that, see some other stuff. My main problem was like this one starts with Tony fighting and teaming up with the Captain America and stuff. And like the way the last issue ended, it seemed like they were gonna fight basically. And then it's like they're just teaming up, talking. That's it. No nothing crazy like last issue made it seem. But then we get like Tony's going to try to talk to MODOK because Aim's doing stuff, and MODOK's just doing his hedonistic lifestyle fun stuff, just looking like a little fucking freak. And so then like they do their big talk, then Aim shows up, they're gonna, start fighting, and then Iron Man's like, if you weren't working with AIM, why are they coming here to rescue you? He's like, they're not here to rescue me. They're here to kill me. Save me. And so that's how it ends. I'm like, I dug it. I'm enjoying this. It's not bad. I'm gonna go like a low 8.
Okay. Should I do one?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Sorcerer Supreme #3 by Steve Orlando and Bernard Chang. This one's pretty neat. Wanda gets put in limbo and she has to battle with Mommy Pryor. So that was pretty cool. Ultimately, spoiler alert, Wanda wins. And she has a little conversation with Vision and uh, what are their names? Billy and who? Her sons?
Oh,
Billy and
Ray.
yeah, for sure. Tommy? Is it
Oh,
Tommy?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. You don't know
I know.
shit about comics, Casey.
I know. I don't even read them.
Anyway. The one part that I thought was interesting because I've never seen any of these characters like interact before. But Wanda leaves, and then it's just, I guess, Billy and Tommy, that's what we're calling them. Vision and then Viv is there too. And the sons are like, so now that mom's gone, should we leave? And Vision's like, you two may leave, of course, but for too long I have been absent in your lives. That carries no easy remedy, but you are my sons. And until such time as Wanda calls for aid, I thought it time that we all talk. So I'm just kind of curious what that means for Viv, the two boys, and Vision. It's like, what are we assembling a team here? Are they just going to go out and toss the old pig skin? Like, I don't know what's happening, but I am interested. Yeah, and then anyway, what's her name? Agatha shows up at the Sanctum Sanctorum and starts to fight Wong, and then Wanda shows up to finally kick her ass. So we'll see if that happens next time. It's interesting enough, and the art's pretty great, so I'll give it a 7.
Noise. So Spider-Man, Venom, Death Spiral, part one of one. This is kind of fucking just hell of a lineup of writers, if I can find it. It's Joe Kelly, Al Ewing, and Charlie Soule with Jesus Sayas on the art. And boy, I'm not gonna lie, I had no clue what was going on in the first couple bits because it's like Pete's on the phone talking to Johnny Storm, and he's got for some reason a little symbiote guy that's just chewing on his head.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
And then there's another symbiote that's also working with the oh, like Warlocks, whatever Warlocks group is, not the Phalanxes, but that group. And he's talking to. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is. But then like apparently Ben Riley's been Spider-Man whilst Pete was away, and Pete didn't know what Ben was doing, and he's like, why'd you do this? And like Ben's just like, you idiot, you should just answered your phone. That was basically what they were saying in here. I'm like, I didn't know any of this. So yeah, and then like while what's going on, there's different people that keep dying. It just shows like different people dying, and they're always like different names that are like either Brock or Riley or Parker in their names. And then it's like cuts to Eddie Brock, and he's got Carnage now, and Carnage is kind of a jerk, trying to get him to do, the symbiote's trying to get him to do stuff, but he doesn't want to. And then MJ's kind of dating Flash now, and she's got the whole Venom stuff going on. And yeah, it's interesting. And then it turns out that like Venom's been texting this serial killer, Spiral, and he's now gonna try to kill MJ, the way it looks. So
That son of a bitch.
yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm interested. Like, I do want to read the next issue. That I'll have to wait, not this week, but I'll probably do two this time if I remember. I probably won't, but who cares? Uh, I'm probably at a seven for it. It's perfectly fine. It's readable.
All right. The Mortal Thor, number 7, by Mr. Al Ewing, with art by Pascal Ferry. It's really good. I like this book a whole lot. Um, Thor, who, well, I guess Sigurd, uh, gets it on with his neighbor lady. They've had a little sexual tension, and they finally act on it. So it's like about time somebody does around here, right? We're always shipping people.
Hell yeah.
And anyway, then uh she goes to work and he's outside and he's walking to work, and a taxi cab that has been taken over by Mr. Hyde uh kind of crashes into him, runs him over. So Thor's like on the taxi cab while it's driving around and he's trying to get him to stop. And that turns out to be a pretty fun fight. And, at the end, we kind of see who is, I'm not going to say pulling all the strings, but definitely has a hand in some of this. And it's what's his name, who's the Minotaur. It's like Dario Augur or something like that.
Yeah.
But he's like, call in the radioactive man. So I think it's kind of cool to see Thor fight, all these old villains he hasn't really fought in a long time. Um, and villains that I think are good for a not really Thor. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah,
not at full power.
but he's still a fucking just mountain of
Yeah,
meat.
yeah, exactly. Still throwing a hammer tied to a bungee cord through
Yeah.
people's heads.
And yet they
So
survive.
yeah, most of the time they survive. But I can't wait for when he finally fights the Minotaur though, because that's just going to be so fucking brutal, and I can't wait. And I like the art a lot. Um, I like the Alex Ross covers. It's just a really fucking good book. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
So really quick, this isn't gonna be comic book related, but I just remembered I saw the dumbest thing. I screenshotted it because I was like, I need to share this with old Jake. And I was gonna do it in the YouTube, but I forgot. But I just have to share it. So someone did a video, like a little video on Instagram where it was clips from the that newest Spider-Man movie, the one where Tobey Maguire comes back, and it starts with that part when and Doc Ock's holding the thing. He's like, "The power of the sun in my hands," and then Toby finishes it, and then he's like, "Peter," and he's like, picks up the mask. Oh, you've grown up, that part, and then it cuts like all the different stuff that happens. Peter, this comment, so stupid because they're trying so hard to be deep, but they're like a 13-year-old. So they're like, what hits me hard every time is knowing this fact that when Otto says, "You're all grown up, how are you?" he's talking to us, the kids who grew up watching them. And then this person goes, "And we did reply, all of us, together, trying to do better." It's like, go fuck yourselves, you idiots.
Oh my gosh,
I hate
dude.
people.
It's like just watch the movie,
Yeah,
bro.
it's not that deep. This is a Marvel movie. Shut up.
Oh gosh.
But guys, let us know down below. Do you think Dr. Ock was talking to all of us or just the character in the movie? Let us know. Were you trying to do better?
Is he breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah. Did he wink at you?
Are we old curmudgeons?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. So next up, it's Hulk Smashes Everything by Ryan North with Vincenzo Caratu on the art. Hulk's traveling through space. You know, he's getting his ass torn up and he's healing and all that stuff. And then he's just getting madder and madder and smashing stuff. And then he gets so powerful because of all his anger and solar radiation stuff. Galactus then shows up and they start fighting because like we get this like super powered version of Hulk with all this power cosmic and shit, which is gonna just make power scaling Hulk even more annoying than it already is. Galactus kills him some, but then Hulk regenerates because of course he does, and then he starts fucking killing Galactus. It's stupid. It's fun. But then it ends with like Franklin Richards showing up and being like, Hulk, get the fuck out of here. And he just sends him back to where he belongs, but he didn't depower him. So it ends with like fucking leader in his Doctor Strange shit. And then Hulk showing up.
That's a really good final panel.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be exactly like this one. So I enjoyed it. It is exactly what it is, though. It's nothing that's gonna make you go, this is the best book. But it's like an 8 out of 10. And then I'll do the Flash since I got two more after that before our Mutui's, so I'll do
Oh
the
my
Flash.
gosh, bro's just yapping nonstop. All right, go ahead.
It's like this is a comic book podcast. I got told I don't read enough comics. But this is by
But you
Mark
don't
Waid.
retain any of it.
This is by Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell with art by Vasco Geroljev. I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Absolutely.
Hey, if that's not your name, sir, come on the podcast. Tell me your real name. If you don't, then that's your name for forever.
Let
But
us know down below
yeah,
in
let's
case
know
he
down
fucked that
below.
up.
But so yeah, basically the cuts to Final Cry or Infinite Crisis when Barry's about to kill himself, and Bart shows up. He's like, "Hey, Grandpa, stop!" And he's like, "I don't have any kids." And then he's like trying to convince him because Bart's now like the Speed Force and all that stuff. It's a lot of weird, crazy Speed Force stuff. We get to see, since Cantwell wrote the, helped write this, we get to see the characters from the oh fuck the Challenges in the Unknown. They pop up. Remember the robot
I
issue?
do. It was cool.
Burn.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, so you might want to read this honestly, just because you really like that, if I remember correctly. And so they do some stuff with Dark Side and all of that. My one problem with this book is like I don't know because there's an old school looking Dark Side, and then also the Dark Side that's in the KO now. I think it's just because they go to the past, so we do see the other Dark Side because of that. But they didn't really explain that overly too well, why we have the other Dark Side. But otherwise, I like it. This is a fun book. Art's good. Overall, it's a good time. I'm glad I'm reading Flash again. I'm gonna go probably 8.5.
Okay. Do one more. I gotta look at something real quick.
All right. Green Lantern issue 32. And this is by Jeremy Adams with art by Montos. The art's like fine, but it's also like not the best for action pages, which we don't have a lot of action in this, but still, we get Hal. He's planned out this perfect night to finally propose to Carol. It's in Paris and all this stuff, but then like she's got this feeling something bad's going on. And it turns out far away there was this person trying to rob, and then Hal, the dopey bitch, somehow he's got this all powerful ring that can hold stuff in his pockets. He gets hit with a missile and like he just and he drops the fucking ring box. How does he do that? But then that makes Carol awful upset that she ruined the surprise of her engagement, which she kind of seemed to already know, and she's about to fucking kill this broad, and so Hal has to stop it. But her construct is so powerful that she makes this ravenous dog and the slobber is even coming off of it. And so yeah, they then talk about like Carol's now got this thing going on. I don't know how they're gonna be like cutting back to Carol doing stuff since she's not a Green Lantern and she's not, so she probably won't be in the Lantern Corps books and she's not gonna be in the Green Lantern book because this is gonna focus on Hal unless it's like a backup story. So I don't know how that's gonna do. But Hal then goes to the moon to talk to Kyle and basically tell him like watch over the planet because I trust you really well, and then he gets teleported away. And it ends with him. Looks like he's gonna be hanging out with one of the Wonder Twins, the girl one. 'Cause that's how it ends. So
I like the
yeah,
cover of that book a lot.
what the this one?
Hmm. It's
Yeah,
a good
it's a
cover.
goodie. It's a goodie. Um, I like it. I didn't love the art, but the story overall is good. Yeah, probably another 8 for me.
All right. I will talk about Absolute Wonder Woman number 17. It's by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman. So yeah, Wonder Woman is fighting, Zatanna and Giganta and Cheetah and whatever, Dr. Poison, I think her name is. And it looks like Zatanna was being controlled by Astaro. So she like uses her magic to trick the Starro out of her, I guess. I don't know. She does something to where she's not under control by anybody anymore and just kind of disappears. But then that leaves an angry Giganta uh, to fight Wonder Woman. And there was one funny part where, because Diana met Dr. Poison in like an early issue, and Diana's like, Dr. Poison, I believe I told you to be good. She was like, trust me when I say this was not my idea. And so Diana takes out this orb, like whispers a spell into it and captures Dr. Poison in the orb and then just takes it and fucking hurls it out of the city. And you just see the orb like, which is pretty awesome. And then anyway, the rest of the issue is just Diana fighting Giganta in the city, which is pretty cool. I don't know that I'll be able to show this to you, but nope, I won't. Son of a
Oh, that's
bitch.
awesome.
Anyway, it's like a big old kaiju fight though between Diana and Giganta. And yeah, spoiler alert, somebody murders Cheetah. I don't know who this character is supposed to be. Um, so I'm sure we'll find out next issue. But she's just like a skeleton that's on fire. It's like Ghost Rider, but it's like a full skeleton.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll see. But she like burns off Diana's magical arm, so that was kind of crazy. So anyway, big fun issue. I like it a lot. It's a 9 out of 10.
Pick of the week.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, oh goodness. So next up is Justice League Unlimited, issue 16 by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Um, Lots going on. It's kind of like this felt sloppy and rushed, for being completely honest. We get the stuff in this Terrific in Hell and Owl Woman, and then we get I'm just calling from here on out Jake's favorite guy, Hell Coyote.
Still looks awesome.
Does look awesome. And then also my favorite guy, Dr. Colt, he's there too. He's doing some stuff and yeah, like Owl Woman, she betrayed Mr. Terrific, and then she's like she sees all the heroes being heroes and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm a hero too." And then she betrays Neuron or whatever, the devil dude and dies in the process, but she wasn't really ever alive, so it doesn't really matter that she died, whatever. And then they're like, "Hey, all of you all of you people, we got like the world's being destroyed. We got to get in the Phantom Zone because we can't get, away and escape." So they're like, "Okay." And that's how it ends. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like nothing about it that makes me go like, "Oh man, you really should be reading this." It's like, yeah, you could if you wanted to. So probably like at that, I'm probably at a 7 for it.
I I'm curious where that book is going post KO for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm kind of that way with a lot of these books I'm reading right now too. Because like Flash, I'm like, since I hadn't been reading that when Mark Waid took over, I'm like, there's a lot of stuff like because it's just revolving around KO, really.
Hmm.
So I am really interested in seeing how it goes. But what do you want to do these in, man?
Um, they're sitting Superman, Hulk, Brutal Dark for me.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right. Superman number 35 by Joshua Williamson, Eddie Barrows, Eber Ferreira, and Julio Ferreira. Um, gosh, I hate to be this way because I'm not an artist, but I this art just kind of kills me a little bit because I feel like everyone's face in this book looks like they've been hit with Joker toxin and they're trying to do that forced smile.
Oh yeah, I know. I see what you're saying.
And I just really don't like it. It kind of takes me out of what's going on. But anyway, what'd you think of it?
I have no issues with that. I do have an issue with the way they do power scaling in this book, 100%, because you have Superman Prime, okay, and he's fighting fucking Lightning Lad, and he's having trouble. Like they're doing like the pose down fight. They're holding each other back. He's fucking Lightning Lad.
Hmm.
Superman Prime is punched through reality. I can't even pronounce it right because that's how crazy it is. And then you have fucking Saturn
Hey
Girl.
man, he's powered up with Omega power.
It's stupid. And you have Saturn Girl fighting Superman Lois, who, or it'd be Zod Lois because she's got those powers, you know. And it's like, again, that's Saturn Girl. Like, doesn't make any sense that she can tank a hit and like actually hurt Lois too with her hits. It doesn't work for me. And then yeah, and like also that's another thing too is like I don't know when this takes place in conjunction with the Flash one because it's like Saturn Girl's in that in the Flash one, she acts different than she does here and all that stuff, which that's a minor gripe that I won't because it's that it's not like the same writer writing both of them and all that type of stuff. But editorial, you get a ding. And I also just hate Time Trapper Doomsday. It's like normally the it seems like he's gotten so weak and frail from being like from what he used to be. And it's like the whole point of the evolutionary thing is he becomes more powerful. He's like, oh, he's got some time powers, but he can't really do shit, and he gets his ass beat by everybody. So
Hmm.
like all that to being said, I didn't hate the book, but it's just like, man, there's a lot of things to gripe about.
Yeah, I didn't hate it either. Just didn't love the art.
Yeah,
So anyway, I'll probably like a 7.5.
I'll probably be at like a 6.5, maybe a 7. Next up, though, it's the Incredible Hulk by Philip Kennedy Johnson
Nope,
and Nick
it's
Infernal
the
Hulk
Infernal
by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein on the art. Art's real fucking good. What'd you think, though,
Hulk.
man?
Yeah, art's fucking dope. I thought this whole book was dope.
It's pretty neat. I don't. It's one of those things where it's like it's still like this the whole world that they're in being it still in Banner's head doesn't make a lick of sense to me,
Hmm.
but it is what it is. Otherwise I still like it. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and it's also like I don't think I don't know how, and probably doesn't even have to make sense with this part, but Mr. Fix-It was no longer hulked up last I saw him, so it's weird seeing him being hulked up again.
Well, it's just anybody that's ever been a Hulk.
Yeah, but it's also like all of these parts are like split off from Bruce Banner. Like that's all the different parts of the Hulk. And so, and so like specifically in Immortal Hulk, since I don't retain anything, bleh, but since in Immortal Hulk, he Gray Hulk was no longer like Mr. Fix-It was no longer a Hulk. He became just another like a banner, but he was like a mob banner. So it's like the lamest person that you would ever meet at a party. Like, ah, yeah, see, and you're like this fucking nerd.
Hmm.
And so like, but then in here he's back to being Gray Hulk. So that's one of those things where I'm like, that's weird that they did it that way.
Well, I like seeing all the different Hulks together fighting monsters. It was dope. The
Hmm.
World Breaker Hulk was obviously extra cool for me because that's my favorite Hulk story. And then fighting, all of them fighting this mother of horrors. It's just like, God, Nick Klein is just one of the best in the biz. So yeah, I was a big fan of it. I liked it a lot. We're gonna get that girl, I'm blanking on her name, but she should be joining the fray next issue, finally.
Yeah. She's gonna know how to save a life. Did you get the reference?
Yeah, I got
Pray.
it.
Ah, cable car in over my head. Am I right?
Anyway, I liked it a lot. It's probably like a 9.5 for me. I think it is my pick of the week.
I'm probably going 9 for it, but I liked it.
All right. And then we're ending on The Peril of the Brutal Dark #1 by Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips. This book was fucking great.
Yeah. It's very much a book that is right up old Casey's alley, so I'm glad you told me about it.
Yeah. It's the next #1 from Vertigo's line, but it's like a fun noir book. Art's really good.
Hmm.
Really good. Like we already knew Jacob Phillips was a good artist, but it's just like, damn, he's a really good artist.
Right.
But I like Ezra Kane. I like all the noir tropes. I think they're done well. And I'm invested in the story and the mystery.
Same here, man. I everything about it I'm into. We're kind of just tossed in the middle of this, not in the middle of the story, but in the shit, so we see how the character reacts to things that way. And we get these two different mysteries basically he's gonna have to solve that are clearly gonna be connected, so we get to see that. Um yeah, I'm really into it. I dug it a whole lot. The beginning, which was just kind of the build up to show you the different stuff, I wasn't as into because it's just like
Because you
kind
hate
of
Indiana Jones.
no, I just don't like Harrison Ford. No, I just I don't like it was just kind of like the silly statues attacking and all that type of stuff. Like I don't know about this, but then after that, everything else, I'm like, yeah, I'm into this.
Hmm.
So where you at though, man?
It's a solid 9.
I'm gonna go 9.5. I'll have that be my pick of the week.
A good choice.
So what are you excited about, man?
I'm really excited for, we'll go with Arcadia, Moonstar, and probably KO.
Okay. I'll say Batman, Godzilla. Um, and I guess I will say TMNT X's Godzilla. So, man, I was just thinking the other day because, like, a while back, I was like, "Hey, dude, we should do a tier list videos," and I had different ideas written out for that, and one of them was Jeff Loeb tier list. I was like, "Oh, why don't we just do like our the best Jeff Loebs and the worst Jeff Loebs?" Because I don't know if we're ever gonna do the tier list video.
Sure. So I just thought of this a few minutes ago while you were talking about like your last solo comic you read. And for me, the two, what do you want to do, worst or best first?
Whatever. Dealer's choice, not dealer, recipient's choice.
Well, let's end on a high.
Okay.
For the two worst, the worst for sure is Hush 2. That book fucking sucks, and it sucks
Hmm.
really bad. And then I'm gonna go with Captain America White. That book was like happening, and then it didn't happen, and then they did a one shot, and then it wasn't happening, and then it finally happened, and it sucked. It was like 5 issues, and it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. I wouldn't say it sucked because of Tim Sale's art, and I think Tim Sale can make something I write at least entertaining.
Yeah, but
But
compared to the works of those two together, it was at the bottom of the
it
list.
it's 100% the bottom of their list for sure. It was a real disappointment too, and it's also like it was a weird twist off from like all of the other this superhero color because like that one was like the loss of their major loves, and then this one was like clearly Jeff Loeb writing about his son because his son passed away. So that's clearly what that was, and it didn't work quite as well as the others. Um, for me, I'm gonna go Red Hulk. or not Red Hulk, but his Hulk run that introduced Red Hulk.
I knew that
Boy,
was going to be on
howdy.
your list.
It is rough. It's like fucking he just pulls stuff out of his ass to make Red Hulk that much better. Like he beats up Thor no problem the first time. Then the second time Thor's like, "I know how to beat you now." And it's like, "You do?" Because you're just hitting him. That's all that's all you're doing. Like you're like, "I won't go in outer space to lose." Like and then it's also like there's a part when he fights the Silver Surfer and he just absorbs all of the Silver Surfer's power cosmic and then he fucking kills Dormammu and a bunch of other characters. It's like he has no right to kill. It's like people
Isn't
on
Magneto one of them? Doesn't he beat Magneto? Or am
he
I
probably
imagining
he
that?
might beat me. I wouldn't be surprised. He beat everybody. But he because he didn't do that once thing because like that one was a collector and the oh who's the collector's brother? Because there's the collector and the other one. They're two brothers and they always fight. I'm blank on their
Uh,
names.
oh my
Um,
gosh, I can't think of it.
but basically they both made teams to fight and Red Hulk just like
The
fucking dominant
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster and he dominated. He ends up killing one of the two of them. Also just beats them to death. It's just like holy shit, this is stupid. Um, so yeah, that one's high on my list of bad. I'm gonna go with because you said Hush too, but I think it just has to be said because hot damn.
It's terrible. It's
It's
terrible.
it is so rough. And it's like it's so bad and it's a sequel to like I'm gonna make a hot take probably. One of the most overrated Batman stories. Like honestly. Hush is cool looking. Yeah, but let's be honest.
It's
It
a
doesn't
good
have
story. It's just
it's
you
good.
reread it and didn't like it as much the next time around.
It's good, but it's not like one of the best. It's not top 10. It's very overrated. It just has like the introduction of this really cool looking character who's also pretty one note,
And it
you
has Jim
know?
Lee's art.
Yeah, and it's Jim Lee's art. And like the most important thing that actually came from that is the thought, not even like the actual making it happen because it was just Clayface, but the thought that maybe Jason can come back. That's like the biggest thing that happened from that book. Everything else was just kind of like whatever. Like,
Hmm.
oh, and I guess the Catwoman finding out Batman's identity. That was a big thing. But other than that, it's just like yeah, it's a perfectly adequate book that got fucking blown up for some reason. And then what's some of your favorites, bud?
Sure. I'm gonna go with Daredevil Yellow. I think that might be my favorite of their Marvel Color series.
I'll say that there's two choices for the Marvel Color series as far as their best, and it's that one and another one that I'll probably
Is a
say.
is a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured you might say that. Um, I just there's something about the way Tim draws Daredevil that just kind of
Hmm.
puts that over the top for me. And then the best, it's Long Halloween. It's
Yep.
Long Halloween.
Long Halloween is one of the best Batman books. Like in my opinion,
We're
it's
not talking top five. We're talking top two.
top two, like at lowest top three.
Yeah,
But so yeah, Long Halloween's on my list. I'll say just to be different. And I don't like this one as much as other people do. I'll just say that because I think Superman's kind of a little mean in it at times. But Superman for All Season, that's another
it's a
really
great
good
book.
choice. Um, but no, like Long Halloween's an A plus. That's like a B plus book. That's the difference.
Yeah,
Um, and then I'll say for my other one, it's gonna be Spider-Man Blue. I will say Hulk Gray, it's okay. It's like it's perfectly fine
I did
Hulk
not
book.
read that one actually.
Yeah, I mean, you're not doing yourself like it's not something you have to read, but I'd still say if you're out there and you're going, I really like these, you should read it. You should check it out.
Hmm.
You can skip Captain America White though. Just go ahead, skip it. But yeah, let
All
us know down
right.
below some of your Jeff Loeb hot takes if you want to hit us with those. Maybe it's
Or your favorite and your least favorite.
yeah. Maybe you're like Hush 2, favorite. Least favorite, Dark Victory.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That one's
Yeah.
solid.
It's good. It's just like not as good as Long Halloween. That the Long Halloween, if it was a meme, it would be like the on fire horse, and that one's like a really well drawn horse, and the last one's like it's not terribly drawn, but it's a fine drawn horse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, we appreciate you hanging out this week. Do all those things Casey has told you to do. And we'd love to stay in chat, but we have to go be nurses at the hospital. So I will catch you
Doctors.
next time.
Let
Bye,
us know down
guys.
below. Make Jake watch this show. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.